Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
Atlantic Street Center has been serving the children, youth, and families of the Seattle-King County area since 1910. We partner with families and communities to raise healthy, successful children and youth through services including counseling, early learning, youth development, domestic violence, and education support for school-aged children. Committed to serving the African-American community, Atlantic Street Center provides services and support for all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
Hello, listener. What's important to you about what's going on in your community? Are you interested? Are you concerned? In any case, I invite you to tune into my show, Seattle Here and Now, on Rainier Avenue Radio.org. Why? I will be covering a wide range of topics important to you and impacting the community. Each show will have a special guest or guests to share with you information on a variety of subjects that are happening here and now in Seattle. I promise I will work hard to make my show informative, interesting, and entertaining. Be sure to listen to Seattle Here and Now on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Greetings. This is your host, DJ Neftali, Rainier Avenue Radio.world, the best DJ in the Seattle area. You can catch me every Monday at 8 p.m. on YouTube. Like I said, this is DJ Neftali, the best reggae in Seattle, Washington, the best radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Come on, right?
Celebrate Black History Month at the Call to Conscience Black History Month Museum, formerly Columbia City Theater, 4916 Rainier Avenue South. Call to Conscience Black History Month Museum features exhibits and installations. It's a guided tour. Installations include the Seattle Black Panther Party, the Black Heritage Society of Washington, the Rainier Cinema Black Movie, Jimi Hendrix Family Installation, the Seattle Griot Project, BlackPass.org, the Hartsfield Family Slave, the Seattle Black Firefighters, an exhibit of the Seattle Black Elected Officials, Tacoma's Buffalo Soldiers Museum, Keith Flywright Williams Photography Collection, the Royal Esquires, a Negro League baseball display featuring the Seattle Steelhead. Of course, there will be your community keepsakes and memorabilia. Tuesdays through Sundays from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. There will be no other location where you can celebrate the achievements and the achievers of the Pacific Northwest and Seattle while recognizing the Black excellence that shines today. For more information, visit RainierAvenueRadio.world or call 206-290-9685.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram, Rainier Avenue Radio.world, and on Twitter at Rainier Ave Radio.
Every time you play so smooth, makes me wanna groove. The trees let's groove.
Welcome to Seniors Matter and Black History Month. Of course, every month is Black History Month as far as we're concerned. I'm Brenda Charles-Edwards, the host of Seniors Matter. We're live every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on www.RainierAvenueRadio.world, your community South End radio station. You can also listen to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch TV, Twitter, and of course, on the Rainier Avenue Radio app. We feature interviews with people that provide services or have valuable information for seniors, their families, and the community. Do you need financial documents notarized? Are you a senior that needs documents read to you for clarity of completion? Call me, Brenda, at Black Orchid Notary, 206-683-2636. Tell me where, I'll meet you there. Well, today my guest is Mr. John Yasutake, host of Seattle Here and Now on Rainier Avenue Radio, and he's also the co-host of What's Cookin in Columbia City. Come on in, John. Welcome to the show. What's up, my brother?
Well, welcome. It's Friday. The eagle flies. Well, I don't know if it's the eagle, but something flies on Friday. Thank you for inviting me because I am so excited to be. Oh, there go my British accent again. Sorry. But anyways, that we are going to be going back on the air with What's Cookin in Columbia City.
I know that's right.
I'm excited. Well, I'm excited to come on your show, Seniors Matter, because when I get to become a senior, I want to be just like you. when I
Thanks,
become
John.
when I
Uh,
become a senior.
anyway,
Yeah.
the basketball season is almost over. There is going to be 2 games today, one at 3:30 and one at 6:30, and Rainier Beach is playing in one of those.
Mhm.
And that's at Bellevue
Bellevue
College.
College, right?
Yeah.
And you know some of those kids because you wake at Bill. And I said, you hang around with all them high school kids with pointed heads, all them little kids with pointed heads. But anyway, no, you do a great job, and they just love you down at the RB.
Well, that's
Um,
what I hear.
yeah, well, that's a rumor, but rumors sometimes are based on fact, sometimes. But
Okay, let's
no,
be serious, John. Let's be serious.
yeah. Well, when you called me, I was really excited because, like I said, we are getting ready to gear up for another season of What's Cooking in Columbia City, and I think people have to. We got to give them a little heads up as to what our whole, as I say, the mission and objective of our show is to highlight businesses in Columbia City, yeah, a little bit farther south in Hillman City, but nevertheless, I'll just call it all of Columbia City since we are now firmly ensconced, and you like that word, ensconced,
Yes.
in the Columbia City Theater. We own it now. We operate it now. That is our headquarters, 4916 Rainier Avenue South, right in the heart of Columbia City. That's us. But we want
Yay.
we want to highlight all the businesses and all the organizations in our Columbia City with one codicil. We're all local and we're all community based. We're not dealing with corporate, mega corporations, national. We're dealing with local businesses operated by local people, not local, not LOCO,
Muy
but
loco.
local. Yeah, local, LOCAL, people who live in the community and who have people working in the community. So, I mean, to give you an idea, we had Homeside on, we had Off Alley on. Off Alley was the one of the newest restaurants featured in the New York Times, no less. We had Afua, who does a magnificent job, art, African culture, dance, etc. We had Andaluz. Shout out to Carla over there. That little unique shop that if you go shopping, I mean, you can get literally everything from A to Z. You can get avocados to Zantac. Well, I don't know. If you really got
That's
A to
pushing
Z.
it, I think.
A to Z. We had Freeway Hall come on and talk about their organization, and of course we had to have Theo Martin,
Oh, yes.
Island Soul, a mainstay. We had Alchemy with Beth Scott, which is a unique hair salon that does organic
Mm-hmm.
hair. Well, I don't
That's
really
in
need
right
a lot.
now.
Yeah, I don't need a lot of hair stuff, but and then we had El Centro de la Raza because they're going to be soon breaking
Yeah.
grass. They haven't already for a new housing complex in Columbia City, low income housing with the daycare.
And that's
We
amazing.
Yeah, go ahead. I didn't mean to
Oh,
take it.
but
And
John,
I
I
do
just
want to
have
shout out
something.
to DON, Department of Neighborhood. We had
Oh,
Rebecca and
yes,
Elvin on. Yeah, great.
yes,
We
yes.
had a number of folks on. But so, anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. I just thought about something. We have all these businesses. Where's the best place to live in Columbia City? Is there a complex or somewhere that people are renting? Are they renting houses? Where is all that? What's going on?
You asking me? I
Well, yeah,
have not.
because you know it all.
Mm,
I mean,
Uh,
know it all, not know it all.
well, I've been called that too, as well as some other things that we can't mention on the air. But no, that's one of the issues that has always come up. Where is the affordable housing in the community in Columbia City?
Right.
And I think this is a start. Bless their heart, El Centro de la Raza is going to be filling a need for people to have housing that they're affordable. Family house is family oriented too.
Right.
And like I said, they're going to have a daycare there. They do a great job. The Jose Marti Center there for daycare and and you all know the history of Centro de la Raza.
Oh, tell
Started
them,
by,
John. Tell
huh?
them. For those that might not know, tell them,
Yeah.
please.
Roberto Maestas, the brain trust, the late Roberto Maestas, as well as several other members of the Latinx or Latino community, as well as support from other members of the community, Eddie Rye, people like that, who are activists, took over the Beacon Hill Elementary School that was vacant and was going to be utilized in another format. And when you think about it, first of all, that's a building that was paid with public dollars.
Mhm.
Shouldn't it go to an organization or a group that serves the community, just like an educational building? A building for a public education building serves our public, the community, and so it just made sense. And what happened was they said, well, the best way to take it over is to occupy it, and they did, and
Kind
they
of
took it
like
over.
the
And
museum.
yeah, and if you go up there, you'll see that whole complex now. It's like a square, like a square with different shops and stores and things. It's wonderful utilization of the space. And just think, if they had not been allowed to do that, and literally, again, this is for the community, El Centro de la Raza, for the race, the community, celebrating that. And so and I'm going to have them on when they do their formal groundbreaking. And I know that they said, I think it's going to be in March coming up. So,
Good.
we'll be heavily involved because they are going to be in our neighborhood. And so again, one of the issues, and you've seen the commercial on the air, one of the places that has the least affordable housing is, guess what? Our city, Seattle, this area. You might as well say almost the Puget Sound region to some extent.
It's
Yeah,
spreading.
it's very telling too. And so we want to highlight again the positive things that are going on. That's why I had El Centro de la Raza on, but also the businesses that feed into our economy here, that hire the people that live in our neighborhood. Uh, when Brenda and I talked about it, we said we have friends who are members of corporate America, you know, State Farm, etc., Bank of America, people we know and we know and love, but we want to highlight those businesses that are particular to our community, who hire people in our community, who serve our community. And not to say that that those corporations don't, but I think it's at least a testament to the fact that also they held on. We had
Yes.
Hummingbird on. We had Eric Weekland come on and talk about how he was able to make it, through this pandemic. And we have a new restaurant that took over for El Sombrero, Jackalope.
Yes. Jackalope.
But then again, we have still our standbys, like I mentioned, Theo's Island Soul, but we also have, and I'm trying to get them on, Geraldine's, which has been there. They managed to make it through. We have a couple Columbia City flower shops. We got an art gallery. Like I said, you come to Columbia City, you can get everything from A to Z, soup to nuts, avocados to Zantac. Whatever.
What's with the
A to-
Xanadu?
I don't know. I was thinking about a Z, something
Well,
with a Z in it. So, and
okay.
we got shows coming up, and we're going to be kicking off in
Yes.
March. So go ahead
Yes.
and
I want to talk about the first one,
very good.
which is going to be on Tuesday, March 7th at 9:30 p.m. Now, I know it may be late for some of you because I'm an early riser myself. Just put your little PJs on and tune in and watch us. But I'm so happy to say that Tess Thomas of Emma's Barbecue, located at 5303 Rainier Avenue South, Seattle 98118, is going to be on. She's going to be our guest. And it's not just that she owns a wonderful barbecue restaurant. She's a singer too.
Yep, she may sing
And
for us.
yeah, maybe we can get her to sing for us.
That would be
But
great.
I'm just really excited because she was going to be our guest when we found out that we were being placed on hiatus for the basketball season.
Oh,
But anyway, that's okay. We had a nice break and we're jumping right back into it. And I just, we've been, one of the nice things about this What's Cooking in Columbia City, it gives us the opportunity to visit the restaurants and try out their cuisine. And so far, I haven't had a bad one yet.
Very good.
So, I'm looking forward. And geez, twist my arm to go to Emma's. I mean, I go there quite often. My husband, if I'm on my way from somewhere and I call him and I said, what would you like to eat tonight? He said, well, are you near Emma's? I said, well, I can be. I can call, and then by the time I get there, the order will be ready.
Yeah, it's right there, convenient, right there on Rainier Avenue, right there, Emma's. Yeah, Tess, we went to school together at Olympic College. She's originally, I believe, from Olympic Peninsula, Bremerton is what I mean to say.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So she's going to be our first guest. Is she going to bring? Well, I was going to say, if we were doing it in the studio, is she going to?
We're not doing it in the studio, John. So
Darn it!
Maybe later.
Yeah.
Or maybe we can make an appointment with her and go down and just do some sampling so we can talk about on the show. Maybe.
That's perfect. And I know you had a schedule. What a disappointment. We got again preempted because of high school basketball. High school basketball. And then, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, on the air there'll be a couple of games tonight, coming to you from this afternoon. From
1 at 3:30 and 1 at 6:30.
Right. And those will be Metro League teams because this is the district playoffs. And I'm hoping that I'll get called up, not for military service, but called up to be on the broadcast team.
Daniel, did you hear that?
One time.
He wants to be on the broadcast team. And Daniel's shaking his head. So if you're just tuning in, you're listening live to Senior.
Oh my gosh.
I heard a buzzer. With your host, Brenda Charles-Edwards on www.rainieravenueradio.world, your community South End radio station. Every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We just love having fun here.
Yes,
do you know what's the best legacy you can give yourself and your loved ones? Join me on Zoom for a group or individual session on legacy end-of-life planning. You can reach me at 206-683-2636. I also do in-person facilitating too. Now back to my illustrious guest, John Yasutake, host of Seattle Here and Now on Rainier Avenue Radio every Thursday night at 6 p.m.
Cool.
Get it, John.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate the plug. I need every plug I can get, literally.
And you're here?
And we are co-hosts, Brenda Charles-Edwards, host of Seniors Matter every Friday live at 12:30 p.m. to 1 on Rainier Avenue Radio.org, your broadcast media network. We're supposed to say that now.
Broadcast Media Network.
That's what I was told yesterday. Daniel would attest to that. Yes, we have to say that. More than a mouthful. But and Brenda, Brenda and I are co-hosts of what we're excited about, and we have a lot of fun with it. So, What's Cooking in Columbia City? We've done 10 shows. We've done.
Is it really?
And we're looking to do another show, series of shows. I'm going to have Eric Norwood on, who is a physical therapist, head of the group that he calls Renew, which is just up the street right here on Rainier Avenue. I have a personal experience because my illustrious spouse Phyllis went there for physical therapy. She loved the place. She was amazed how well they work. Very well, as they say, well-oiled machinery in there, and they literally have machineries. They got treadmills, they got stuff that you can pull and push and all that, get yourself. And then my brother, who recently had hip surgery, is going there for physical therapy, and they're working him out. And all I can say to them is, work him out. But anyways, that's going to be Eric Norwood from Renew. That's RENEW. Again, local business hiring local people in our community, serving our community. And where else are you going to find? Like I said, you got great restaurants, barbecue, you got Caribbean food. You got
Thai. Don't forget the Thai.
Thai, yes.
In fact, hey, Paul, we should have Thai tonight.
Yeah, that would work. And then you got you got a veterinarian hospital, you've
Mhm.
got florists, you got an art gallery, you got
You have a human hospital too.
yeah,
Well, it's not
it's
really a hospital; it's a clinic.
exactly up the street. And
Hmm.
then, like I said, it's everything that you would want and then some in our community. But we're going to feature all of these businesses and organizations, as well as organizations, nonprofits. We have New Freeway Hall, who have several organizations in there serving our community. And so, hang out at that place too, folks. They got a lot of literature in there that you will find very interesting.
They do.
It's not, and then you have Columbia City Library, of course, and
Yes.
then
You
one of
must
my
not forget
favorite, yeah, one of my favorite places, and one of my new family members' favorite places. Prince, our dog, loves all
I
the
was just
best.
gonna say, give Prince my love.
Yeah, I will do that. All the best. Again, locally owned, locally operated. And I know the owner. We go back a few, got got to know his family a few years ago. But anyways, what's cooking in Columbia City? 9:30 to 10 p.m. Prime time, a little bit later than prime time, but it'll be on live Tuesdays, 9:30 p.m. on Seattle's own Rainier Avenue Radio.well, your broadcast media network. You got to stay tuned. We got that first show, Brenda. You were really good to canvas and get Emma's, which is Tess Thomas, and then, like I said, I have Eric Norwood coming on the next week. That'll be the next
14.
following week will be the 13th, and so we just move on every week. We will have a different business. When you go through the directory of the Columbia City business directory, you will see there's over 100, almost 200 businesses and groups and organizations in here. And like I said, literally everything, anything.
John,
Um,
you forgot to mention Afwa's cultural education
oh
uh,
yeah,
classes
no,
over
I
at
did
the.
I did mention her for the
Did you?
cultural thing. Yeah, Afua.
Okay.
And again, here you go. You also have a dog training facility, and you also have a gymnastics
Well, what
training
about
facility.
PCC?
Yeah, and then you got the PCC. You got Roomba
My
notes
favorite store.
if you want to get up and get down and get funky. Well, you got to get up before you can get down. So if you want to get up and get down and get funky, you got to go to Roomba notes. You got a royal room, and of course the
Oh,
historic.
yes.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, the historic Royal Esquire Club, and we are
Yeah.
going to bring them on to talk about what they're doing. So yeah, I mean, like I said, this
Oh,
is so
okay.
much fun and excitement. And like I said, they said your co-host, she almost can be as excited as you, John. And I said, no, Brenda's really, she may not show it, but she's really excited, and she really, and gets a kick out of doing these shows. So,
I want to go to Molly Moon's. I want Molly Moon's.
oh yes, I think we can get a sample there. They give me a sample
Yes,
every
I
time.
believe so. Hmm.
Well, I have to lie and say, well, I've never been here before.
I
Hold it.
I
We got
haven't. I
video of
haven't
you,
been to that location.
huh?
I haven't been to that location. I've been
Right
to the
there.
one in Madrona, but I don't think I've been to the one in Columbia City.
The one that's right there because it's right next to Olympia
Oh, I know
Cross.
where it is. I
Yeah, I
just said I
know.
don't think I've been in it.
And right next to the movie theater. We're gonna
Right.
ArcLight Cinema. We're gonna get them on too, and maybe we'll get some free passes to some really good movies. You never know. Hey, we're not trying to be self-serving, but if they say, "Hey, come on down," and
But
you got
John, it's not
yeah,
self-serving. We have to be able to tell people we've experienced what we're telling them to go to. And the
okay.
only way you can really experience this is to be there and receive what is offered.
Well, I ain't gonna go to Renew. I don't need to get on that bike. I don't need to get on them weights.
Well,
I don't
wait,
need to
wait,
get on
wait,
that
wait, wait.
treadmill.
What do you mean you
No.
don't need to?
Well, I need to, but I ain't.
Thank you.
Listen, I don't need the workout. But anyway, so like I said, we got some such great shows coming up, and I'm really excited that we're going to be back on the air in March again. Our
I
first show,
know. I
huh?
know. I'm
March.
excited. I've been dreaming about it. I mean, I like basketball, don't get me wrong, but it's like this
Yeah.
this high school basketball has just been on too long. But I'm glad that
Yeah.
there's some great teams that are
March 7th,
in the
March 7th,
final.
ladies and gentlemen. March 7th, 9:30 What's Cooking in Columbia City, our first show back in March. We're going to march through March on the 7th, and on the 14th, I'll be doing a show on the 14th with Eric Norwood at Renew. Again, What's Cooking in Columbia City, 9:30 to 10 every Tuesday live.
So,
Here
John, is that, excuse me for interrupting you, but when you were talking about doing that interview, is that a spotlight that you're doing, or is that on your show?
What, with Eric?
Uh-huh.
No, that's our What's Cooking in Columbia City.
On our show.
He'll be our second guest
Okay.
the next week, which will be the 14th. Emmons is on the 7th with Tess, and Eric from Renew, which is his outfit, and they get good reviews. They do quality work, folks.
They're doing rehab, since that's very crucial if one's had an injury or recovering from surgery. So,
Well,
yeah.
you
Maybe
gotta
he'll
stop.
give you a discount.
You gotta stop drop kicking them pointed head little kids over at Rainier Beach High School. You know, you can hurt yourself.
Leave those babies alone.
Yeah, I know they're good kids, but and we're gonna have them on probably on Community Spotlight, the BSU. They're very active, and
Yes, they are.
Yep. So anyway, like I said, thank you for asking me to come on so we could promote What's Cooking. It's not a new show; it's just a retreat. We're coming back
from hiatus. We were put on hiatus.
Yeah, we are on hiatus. Well,
And
say,
back.
hey, one of my favorite shows, The Equalizer, was put on hiatus.
Yes, I love that show.
East New York was put on hiatus. Blue Bloods was put on hiatus. Everybody that's great goes on hiatus. And
SWAT is back.
What is?
SWAT.
Oh, SWAT is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were hitting something.
No, not that.
Okay. Well, yeah, SWAT. And I like CIS LA with
I haven't watched that in a long time.
Oh, that's good. I love it. That's a great show. It's real interesting with Hetty, the little, Linda.
Yes.
Man, she's really wonderful. But anyways, we're not going to get into national and network TV. But on your shows, and I've been listening in, and also been really honored to be asked to come on. We know that there's this initiative, and I'm just going to throw this at you since it's Seniors Matter. There's a move afoot by that other side of the aisle. Those MAGA endorsers and those people that put the R on their chest are decimating Social Security. What is that all about?
I don't know, but I do know that AARP is working really hard, and they're down in Olympia lobbying right now. But what's funny about it, though, if they are blessed, they will reach the age that they will need Social Security.
Right.
And so you get rid of it. What are you guys going to do? Because that's how so many people live.
Right.
Social Security. You know, it's no longer a net that you have.
It's practical. You have to have it. I mean, you got McCarthy, you got DeSantis, you got these idiots. I'm just gonna say, you got these idiots in Congress at the national level who want to dismantle Social Security. What? I mean, they're in the upper 5%, upper maybe 10%.
Well, that's it.
Yeah,
they really don't need it because they can afford it.
And their lifestyle. What can they relate to? I mean, you've heard the stories. Women, older women, people on Social Security buying cans of dog food, eating that instead of food because they can't afford. Yes. I mean, what's wrong with these people? I'm sorry, I cannot abide by them, and
a lot of them just don't care because they have it.
Yeah,
and so. But they forget that at any time they could lose it.
You're right. And you've been doing great shows about issues involving seniors, kind of the good things, the plus sides, but then also, you did a couple of shows on domestic violence issues involving seniors being victimized by family members. That doesn't get a lot of press, but that happens every single day. The tragedy is it's a family member more often than not. A direct family member, not an extended family, a direct a son, a daughter, a niece, nephew, that kind of thing. And that's so sad. But anyways, this is Friday. I just want to say thank you, and I'm looking forward to our first inaugural, our first kickoff show.
No, we're back from hiatus.
Yes, and I want to end up on a positive note. Columbia City is our focus, and it's called "What's Cooking in Columbia City," live on Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m. right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world, your broadcast media network, with my illustrious co-host Brenda Charles-Edwards, who's also the host with the most on Seniors Matter every Friday, 12:30 to 1 p.m. And of course, to y'all tune into my show live on Thursdays, 6 to 7
p.m.
Seattle here and now. So anyway, thank you very much, everyone. That's
So
not a
this
good
is-
picture. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, that's okay. This is Brenda Charles-Edwards, host of Seniors Matter. Oh, gosh. And John has said all that I was going to say about my own show, so I don't have to say anything. I just want to remind you that now through February 24th, Rainier Avenue Radio is having its Black History Museum at the Columbia City Theater, which is at 4916 Rainier Avenue South, Seattle 98118. Thank you to my listening audience and the one and only John Yasutake, and a special thank you to singer Patrice Isley. Take care. I love you, and live your life like it's golden.
Yeah, and Daniel, thank you for the sound effects too. All right.